Welcome back to the Think Strong Network. Today, we're jumping into something really important, building a practical guide to spot and handle manipulation. If you've ever been in a high-stakes situation and felt like you were being played or pressured, well, this is the system you need to protect yourself. You know that feeling, right? It's that weird knot in your stomach, that sense of confusion right after a conversation where you just feel like something is off. You are not imagining it. Manipulation can be so subtle, but today we're going to drag it out into the light. This whole explainer is designed to give you a clear, practical system so you can take back control. So, who is this for? Well, whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, navigating the crazy world of academia, or just chasing a massive dream, your ambition and your well-being deserve to be protected. This is for you. We're going to arm you with the tools to safeguard your career, your peace of mind, and your future. So let's start by understanding the threat. Okay, first, we have to understand the battlefield. Manipulation almost never announces itself with a big flashing sign. It's more like an invisible game, played with these subtle moves and quiet pressures. If you don't see it, this game can slowly, quietly, chip away at your confidence, derail your goals, and really mess with your well-being over time. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. You already have an incredibly powerful defense mechanism built right in. The whole key is just learning how to listen to it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to tune into your mind and body's own alarm system. It's your first line of defense when something just isn't right. The core of this whole thing is a powerful 3-layer framework. I want you to think of it like 3 different lines of defense, and each one gives you a totally unique kind of signal. Let's break down the very first one. Layer 1 is all about your physical self. And honestly, this is often your most immediate and truthful alarm. I mean, think about it. Have you ever felt your stomach just tighten up during a meeting or suddenly felt completely drained after talking to a certain person? That is not random. That's your body sending you data. It's the very first sign that you need to pay closer attention. All right, next up, your emotions. These are such powerful indicators. We're talking about that sudden spike of anxiety you just can't explain, or that feeling of being pressured into a decision you're not 100% on. And a classic tactic? Making you feel guilty for something that isn't even your fault. These feelings are basically signposts pointing directly at a potential manipulation attempt. And finally, layer 3, your rational mind. This is where you start to spot the gaps in their logic. Does their story keep changing? Are they creating this fake sense of urgency trying to force you to decide right now? When the logic just doesn't add up, that is a massive red flag. So here's my first question for you. What's one red flag from this list that feels uncomfortably familiar in your own life? Drop it in the comments. I think we can all learn from each other on this one. So those internal signals we just talked about, that's your alarm system going off. Now, let's get into what's actually triggering them. To do that, we have to start decoding the specific behaviors and tactics right out of the manipulator's playbook. And this right here is the crucial connection. Every single manipulative tactic is designed to make you feel a certain way. For example, when someone uses selective disclosure, they're not just hiding facts. It's literally engineered to make you feel confused and uncertain. Guilt-inducing statements? They are designed to make you feel pressured. Understanding this link, the behavior, and the feeling it creates is the key to seeing the game for what it is. Okay, so knowing the red flags is one thing, but what do you actually do when you spot them? You need a process, right? That's exactly where the DETECT method comes in. This is your step-by-step action plan for analyzing what's going on and figuring out how to respond. The whole point of this method is to move you from that vague, uncomfortable feeling to taking concrete action. You start by documenting what actually happened, the specifics. Then you evaluate its impact, you track if it's a pattern, you examine for any other evidence, and, this is so important, you consult with someone you trust to get an outside perspective. Only then do you take action. This process keeps you from overreacting, but it also makes sure you don't underreact. So let me ask you this. Think about a time you felt pressured. Which of these steps could have helped you take back control? All right, let's put this all together. We've figured out the signals, we've learned the method. This final section is all about building your personal action plan, one that works both right in the moment and for the long haul. Protection really has 2 parts. In the heat of the moment, your number one goal is just to create space. Buy yourself time by saying something like, I need to think about that. Document everything to create a clear record. And firmly maintain your boundaries. But long-term, it's about building your resilience. That means building a network of allies, strengthening your own skills, and cultivating a support system you can really lean on. It's all about making yourself a harder target. And I really want to leave you with this thought. Setting boundaries and being vigilant, that isn't about being paranoid or negative. Not at all. It's a sign of strength, of self-respect, and frankly, of professional intelligence. It means you value yourself and your work enough to protect it. And remember, all the material in this explainer was created by the Educational Highway. Use these tools, practice them, make them your own. Your future is too important to leave on cruise control. It's time to grab the wheel.